I said it last time in the interview, if this doesn't work and I hit the ground, I'm going to bounce right back up. So that's the way I feel. We're in God's hands, Stephanie, so whatever is in store, yeah, life is good.
All right, well, the last time we talked to Don Poole, he really didn't know what the future held. That's because at age 97, the Korean War veteran was getting ready to fly to France on the anniversary of D-Day to parachute onto the beaches of Normandy. His wishes were simple. He wanted to survive the landing. Well, he did survive, and better yet, he walked away with a new perspective on life and a story he's sharing with us on this Veterans Day.
Happy birthday to you.
It's a very special day inside Don Poole's West Des Moines home. Friends and family gathered to celebrate his 98th birthday, and he relived his adventure, jumping from a plane at 6,000 feet over the site that changed the trajectory of World War II.
That was a thrill. I could have gone right back up and done it again. It's such a great feeling once the chute opens. When you jump out of the plane, the first 100 yards, I suppose, it's stinging your face. I don't know if it was rain up in the cloud there or what. But anyhow, when the chute opened, I could see England. I could see across the English Channel and all the beaches where all the troops landed.
The beaches hold a personal tie for Don. His own brother landed there before serving in the Battle of the Bulge. This trip, coordinated by nonprofit Warriors Rising, an opportunity for veterans to pay tribute to those who went before them, each walking away with priceless memories and something more sacred.
These two rings that I have, all the fellows that was on the trip got rings like this, and there's sand from the beaches at Normandy there, and this one was made just for me because it had some sand out of the foxhole and some shrapnel off of a tank, so it's more personal because of my brother being there.
Wearing the uniform from his jump, with sand still on the knees that he'll never wash off, Don reflected on the hospitality he received on every leg of his trip. Other vets in uniform lining up to cheer him on as he walked the plane. People in France stopping him, asking to take a picture.
I was just impressed how everybody was still so thankful, grateful for the Americans. Here, it's not a big thing, D-Day, you know. It's mentioned, but not over there. It's like it was a week ago. It was such a big thing.
The trip was life-changing, a bond forming among the group, sharing the thrill of the jump and the weight of the history that brought them together. As he turns the page on another year, Don has a new wish, a birthday wish.
We're here for a purpose. You know, you're here for this purpose. And so we just need to be faithful on the years that God gives us to be, so He's still got something down the line. And I'm hoping it's get to be 100. I'd like to get a jump again on the year I'm 100.
Hopefully, another soft landing. And Don is planning to go back to Normandy next year with Warriors Rising on D-Day to parachute once again, so he is well on his way to achieving that goal of a jump at 100.
For veterans, November 11th is not just another date on the calendar. It's a day that honors a sacrifice and service.
It means something great. I think of all veterans as my brothers and sisters. It's something that not everybody does.
It's an honor that stretches far beyond the uniform.
You walk down the street and people reach out and know who you are and what you do, and reach out and shake your hand and say thank you for your service. It really rips at your heart, and it tears you up from time to time.
Beginning more than a century ago in 1918, when the guns of World War I fell silent, marking the end of the Great War and becoming known as Armistice Day.
It just makes me proud of myself because I enlisted, like I said, and it's just the one thing. It's kind of the one thing that can't be taken away. I mean, you lose and get stuff through your life, but being a veteran is, you know, it's there. It's going nowhere.
In 1954, after World War II and the Korean War, the name was changed to Veterans Day, a day to honor all American veterans from every branch and every generation, a day to recognize the men and women who've built the foundation of freedom.
It's a time to give recognition and praise to those who served the country and got us where we are today.
And remember those who never made it home.
It reminds you of a lot of people and a lot of people that aren't here anymore. I've had some really good friends that have passed away, and I myself believe that's what Veterans Day is for. It's for the guys that have been here or the guys that were in wars. And they were good people.
Today, there are more than 18 million veterans in the U.S., men and women who served in all conflicts, ranging from Vietnam to Iraq and Afghanistan. On Veterans Day, we remember. In the days ahead, we carry forward their legacy of courage, unity, and duty.
I serve my country. I love this country. I love the flag. And I'll do anything for it. That's what it means to be a veteran.
In Marshalltown, Dana Searles, Local 5 News. Right on 6th Street, in the heart of a popular road, sits an iconic symbol of America's air power during the Cold War. And it's here because of an Iowa Army National Guard veteran.
Because having 12 veterans in my family,
That's Jeff Hayden.
if I could honor all the men and women veterans from Iowa with something that would be really exciting for Marshalltown.
He served our country alongside 12 veterans in his family.
So my brother Chris Hayden and I applied, and we were assigned an F-4 Phantom jet.
This is the McDonnell Phantom II, a powerful and steadily growing force for the defense of the free world.
McDonnell Douglas made nearly 5,200 of them to carry aviators into combat in places like Vietnam.
And so the plane simply is here to honor all the men and women veterans from Iowa.
And one of the first to ever fly the Phantom plane, Joe Latham, a Marshall County resident. Latham was one of the first classes to get an F-4 Phantom assignment. Just one of 4 first lieutenant front seat pilots in July of 1966.
I had like 220 hours of combat time, 118 missions, came back to the States, and then for the next 3.5 years I was at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base in North Carolina. And because of Mike, they were just converting to the new F-4D models, and I was the only person on the base to start with that had any combat experience. Because this drops down to 2 steps.
But the connection to this plane in Marshall County runs much deeper than just the name. It's the numbers etched into the jet itself.
He said, Jeff, I flew the exact airplane that you and your brother Chris are bringing to honor the Iowa veterans. And of 5,200 plus F-4 Phantoms built, and they were flown by the Air Force, the Navy, and the Marine Corps, what are the chances of getting assigned a plane that a local person that I know flew in combat in the Vietnam War?
The exact same plane, down to the serial number, flown by Joe Latham in combat. And it's all because of a logbook.
I don't know any of my pilot friends that ever kept their own logbook.
A book that began with a test flight one Saturday morning, leading to a habit few others maintained.
I've filled up 2 Navy logbooks at this point, and I also wrote the serial number down. And I don't know anybody that ever kept a logbook that would have the serial numbers, but That's it's been rather exciting at times because there's a lot of coincidences in my logbook.
And for both veterans, the plane is now a reminder of service, sacrifice, and a friendship.
I think Joe says the same thing. When he drives by it, I think, do you still salute the flag when you go by? I think I missed maybe one time, and I turned around and I drove back and saluted the flag at the F-4 jet. And I make my grandkids do it. I say salute or walk.
So from the skies of Vietnam to the streets of Marshalltown, this F-4 Phantom now carries a new mission, honoring the past and inspiring the future.
Brings back a lot of memories. For over 30 years, whenever I go downtown or before I retired, go to work downtown, I drive past it every day. Still do drive past it almost every day. Still looks the same.
In Marshalltown, Dana Searles, Local 5 News. On a cool fall day, Iowa veterans are taking in an activity-filled day, perfecting their ceramics.
You want to flip that over?
And playing games, all with a unique story.
We hear a lot of stories in here.
Home to nearly 400 veterans, the Iowa Veterans Home offers a space for veterans across the state to call home. And for one veteran,
I believe in life, everything happens for a reason.
it's a place offering hope and healing.
I love it here. There's a lot of nice people here, and they really treat you with respect.
Michael Kraus is a proud veteran whose service began with a simple goal.
I wanted to make my dad proud of something I did, and that's what I did. I enlisted, and it was not easy.
Kraus joined the Army at 21 and served as part of a supply unit, driving fuel trucks through dangerous combat zones in Iraq. It was there, during a mission, his life changed forever.
And I see on your hat you were a combat veteran.
Yes, I got shot in the back in Iraq. As far as getting shot, that's all I remember was getting shot and me shooting him. Somebody shot me in the back. And it was scary.
After being wounded in combat, Kraus lost all his ability to walk, something that sticks with him to this day.
It's like that PTSD will never go away. And to tell you the truth, I don't want it to. I don't want to forget.
Why don't you want to forget?
Because I'm proud. I did something that not everybody can say they did. Well, I went to college and I had to keep that to everybody. Nope, I went to combat in Iraq and got shot. Now everybody can say that.
Years later, Kraus recovered and was walking again, until one morning.
I'm really not 100% sure why I stopped. Seems silly, but it's true. I just woke up one day and just figured I couldn't walk anymore.
But it's the Iowa Veterans Home where he says he found purpose again, spending his time working at the Veterans Home and making strides towards walking again.
You know, and like I said, everything happens for a reason. So I believe I was meant to be here for not just because I can't walk, but for there's something else. There's something else in store for me. I just haven't found it yet. But I will.
For Kraus, Veterans Day isn't just a date on the calendar. It's a reminder of pride, sacrifice, and brotherhood. And his message to those who've never served is simple.
If you're out in public and you see a veteran, just shake their hand. That's all you gotta do. And trust me, it means a lot.
In Marshalltown, Dana Searles, Local 5 News.